Okay, welcome back everyone for the numerical session. Now we are going to start the numerical session on the short-term equilibrium output. So the very first question we are starting, I am reading out the question in front of you. Just listen very carefully. I am speaking very slowly. It reads out, calculate the value of multiplier if the MPS is 0.4 and if it is equal to MPC. I read once again, we need to find out investment multiplier if MPS is 0.4 and in B case equal to MPC. Fine. It means if we say K equals to 1 upon MPS, it means in the first case it will be equal to 0.4 or we can say it will be 2.5. Right? Now what we can say in the case of B, where MPS is equal to MPC, it means, what does this indicate? MPC plus MPS equals to 1, and if both are equal, it means both must be half and half to make it 1. So we can say that MPS equals to MPC equals to 0.5. So if we need to find out multiplier, again we put the formula K equals to 1 upon MPS, that is 1 upon 0.5, that is 2. So this is the first answer, this is the second answer that we have figured out. Got it? Now, I am going for the next question, just see very carefully. In an economy, income generated is 4 times the increase in investment expenditure. Calculate the value of MPC and MPS. Now, I read it once again. Here we are telling increase in income is 4 times the increase in investment. It means if we say increase in income, that is delta Y. If we say this is increase in investment, that is delta I, what K says, K equals to delta Y upon delta I, and that is 4. Right? Since increase in income is 4 times more, it means delta Y, if you put delta Y into 4, see if you get this language. So question says, increase in income equals to 4 times the increase in investment. So we are putting into the formula that K also equals to delta Y upon delta I, and that is given as 4 times. Now what we need to find out? We need to find out MPS and MPC. So we also know that K equals to 4 and it is also 1 upon MPS equals to 4. So if we change the places, we can find out MPS equals to 1 upon 4 versus 0.25, whereas MPC equals to 1 minus MPS, that is 1 minus 0.25, that is 0.75. So you have obtained your both the answers. Okay. So this is basically the second question that we have performed. Always listen the question very carefully. We are attempting to let you listen 2 times the question so that you must be able to clear what we are doing in the question. Now, again we are coming to the next question. This is a slightly lengthy question but no more difficult. Now, in an economy, the actual level of income is 500 crores, whereas the full employment level of income is 800 crores. It means we have given the 2 possible situations of income. So, if we have given the 2 possible situations of income, so we can easily find out delta Y, that is 800 at full employment level, and 500 at actual level, it means the change is 300. Okay, and once again read the question now. In an economy, the actual level of income is 500, whereas the full employment level of income is 800. If 1/4 of additional income is saved, it means if 1/4 of additional income is saved, and it will give you additional savings. So how much additional savings will be obtained? That will be 300 of 1/4, that is 75 crores. Got it? Now, what are they saying? Again, I repeat once again. If 1/4 of the additional income is saved, what we need to find out? Calculate increase in investment required to achieve full employment level. Now, we just need to see increase in investment. Although we can say that as and when we have obtained delta S, it will be equal to delta I. Why? Since in equilibrium S equals to I. So as much amount the saving will be increased, it will lead to the same amount of increase in investment too. So if delta saving equals to 75 crore, delta I will also equal to 75 crore. Is that clear? That you need to understand. Now we are coming back to more questions. See, there is one more question that has arrived in CBSE All India 2010. Question states that in an economy, the equilibrium level of income is 12,000 crore. The ratio of marginal propensity to consume and marginal propensity to save is 3:1. It means it says that Y is 12,000 crore and the ratio of marginal propensity to consume over marginal propensity to save is 3:1. It states in the question. Now, calculate the additional investment needed to reach a new equilibrium level of income of 20,000. It means what we need to see, if we need to see new income of rupees 20,000 that we need to achieve. For this, we need to find out delta I. I repeat once again the question. Calculate the additional investment, means delta I, needed to reach a new equilibrium level of income of rupees 20,000. Now, first of all, we need to find out how much amount will be for MPC and MPS. See, we can just symbolize it as MPS will be 3/4 and MPS will be 1/4. Since 3:1 means it will be 3/4 and 1/4. Right? You can easily figure out ratio with the form of proportion. So we make the proportion as this one. Now, if we need to find out K equals to 1/MPS. MPS is 1/0.25, that is 4. It means K stands for 4. Now, if K is 4, we need to put into the formula of delta Y upon delta I, or we say by interchanging value delta I equals to delta Y upon K. Now, delta Y will be 20,000 minus 12,000. So we can put over here 20,000 minus 12,000 upon K. We have already found it out as 4. So it will be 8,000 upon 4 is 2,000. So our delta I, or what we need to find out delta I, the delta I is 2,000 crore, that will lead to an additional income of 8,000. Since multiplier effect is 4. This is the again next question that we have solved in front of you. The question will be solved. This is the question that has arrived in CBSE Board 2010. Now, moving on further, we are having the question number again. It has arrived in CBSE Delhi 2007. An increase of rupees 200 crore in investment lead to a rise in national income by 1000 crores. Find out MPC or marginal propensity to consume. It means, now first of all we shall rub it. It is very important to know the equilibrium position, since we know that at equilibrium S equals to I and AD equals to S. Fine. Now if we say, these are the questions that we are going to the multiplier effect at equilibrium level of income. So if we say that an increase of rupees 2000 crore in investment, say I, rupees 200 crore, leads to a rise in the national income, or national income has increased by rupees 1000 crore. It means K will be delta Y upon delta I, that is equal to 1000 upon 200, that is 5. We need to find out MPC. So we also know K equals to 1 upon 1 minus MPC. Where K equals to 5, we just need to change the position. 1 upon 5 equals to 1 minus MPC. This is 0.2 equals to 1 minus MPC, or MPC equals to 1 minus 0.2, that is 0.8. Fine. We just need to solve step by step. After taking the given particulars that are provided in the question, we have solved step by step. Fine. Now again we are coming to more questions. See, in this question there is a proportion question arrived in 2016 CBSE Board. The question read as follows: in an economy, investment is increased by rupees 300. It means investment is increased by rupees 300 crore. Sorry, investment. Delta I. If we talk about investment is increased by rupees 300 crore, if marginal propensity to consume is 2 by 3, it means if MPC is 2 by 3, we need to find out increase in national income. So, first of all, we need to find out delta Y. Okay. Again, multiplier effect. So, K equals to 1 upon 1 minus MPC, or we say 1 upon 1 minus 2 by 3, that is 1 upon 1 by 3, that is 3. Got it? So, again we know that K equals to delta Y upon delta I, or if we say this is 3, and delta Y we need to find out, and delta I is again 300. So delta Y will be equal to 300 into 3, that is 900 crore. Just need to find out step by step and you will be able to reach your answer very soon. Now, again we go for another question. Now we are going to the question number more, where the particulars that we need to find out are very new. Now, how can you find out? See, an increase of rupees, the next question we are reading out. An increase of rupees 250 crores in investment, it means the question read as delta I is 250 crores. It states an increase in 250 crores in investment in an economy resulted in total increase in income of rupees 1000 crore. It means delta Y will be 1000 crore. It means if we just find out right now only delta y upon delta I, that is 1000 upon 250, multiplier will be 4. Fine? Now, calculate the following. What we need to find out? It means we need to find out MPC. We need to find out delta S. We need to find out delta C and K. K we already find out, so we need not to find out. That is K. Fine. Now, if we need to find out MPC, we can easily put the formula. That is, K equals to 1 upon 1 minus MPC, that is 4. Interchanging the value, 1 upon 4 equals to 1 minus MPC, that is 0.25 equals to 1 minus MPC, or MPC will be equal to 0.75. Okay. Now what we need to find out? Delta C and delta S. So if we need to find delta C, we can say delta C upon delta Y equals to 0.75 as we have obtained. Because marginal propensity to consume has the formula delta C upon delta Y. You already know it. Okay. Now delta Y we already know that is 1000. So delta C will be equal to 0.75 into 1000. That will be 750. And delta S will be equal to delta Y minus delta C. It means 1000 minus 750 will give you 250 crore. So these are basically the answer that we have obtained for the required particulars. We just need to find out MPC, delta C and delta Y. So we can write over here MPC basically 0.75 or 3/4. Delta S is equal to 250 crore. Delta C will be equal to 750 crore. This is how we can find out the respective particulars that are given in the question. The question in front of you, the answer has to be. Now, we are moving for further questions. Now we are coming to some more big questions that have arrived in CPSC Delhi 2009. The question reads as follows. Given consumption function C. Now the consumption function has been given. It means the miscellaneous questions are about to come and we need to solve it, where it will include the content of aggregate demand and aggregate supply factor also and short term equilibrium output also. So the question is very good. That is, given consumption function is 100 plus 0.75y, the C is consumption expenditure, Y is national income given, and investment expenditure, say I, is rupees 1000 crore. Now calculate equilibrium level of income. It means we need to find out Y, we need to find out C at equilibrium level of national income. It means we know that at equilibrium AD equals to AS equals to Y. It means we can say AD is C plus I equals to Y. Fine. And we can derive C from this consumption function. So we need to put the consumption function in this equation. So if we say C will be equal to 100 plus 0.75y plus I is 1000 equals to Y. What we have done it? We have just put the value of consumption function, put the value of investment, and we obtained it. Now, if we say we solve it, we can get Y minus 0.75y, that is equal to 1000 plus 100, that is 1100. Oh, if we say it is 0.25y, that will equal to 1100, or we can say y equals to 1100 into 1 upon 0.25, or if we say that will be equal to 100 upon 25, cut basically 4, it means 4400 will be income. Now if this is income, we can put the value of income over here to get the value of consumption. So consumption will be equal to 100 plus 0.75 into 4400, that is 100 plus, it will give you 3300, or the answer will be 3400 crores. This is how you can solve the question when consumption function is given. Maybe if consumption function is not given, saving function can also be given in the question. But we need to see at equilibrium AD equals to AS, or we can say AD is a component, AD has a component of C plus I and AS equals to Y. So at equilibrium level we can put the value of consumption function and investment in order to obtain the national income as well as consumption function. Fine. So these are the questions that we have solved today with you. We just expect that you are going to solve questions like this only. Keep watching this video as many times as you can in order to solve all the numerical problems that arise in this chapter. Fine. Till then, thank you so much students for joining the class. We wish you a very good luck for your completing assignments as well as for your studies. Thank you students. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy.